Master Chiang visit with us here in Whitefish, and as I was mentioning, he is a world travel bonsai lecturer, demonstrator. He's won many prizes for his trees in Taiwan and in Southeast Asia. I met him first almost 3 years ago now in Taiwan. I was there for the convention, and he did a lecture demonstration on a ficus, showing how it could be improved with grafting. And he has a lot of experience, a lot of skills in manipulating figs, especially with grafting and other techniques. Actually, very amazing techniques, things that you almost couldn't believe could be done. And this morning he'll be working on this fig of mine, which has really not had any work on it. It's basically something that was nursery grown, maybe trimmed a couple of times, but really no decisions made on it. So it's fairly raw stock, and he will turn it, I'm sure, into a very nice tree. And then the program will be, we'll have lunch, and then this afternoon, those of you that have trees and would like help with them, Master Chiang will help you work on your tree. So without any more?
No, if the audience would like to go to work anytime, please go. You don't have to sit behind it and sleep.
So with that, I'm going to turn over to Master Chiang.
Okay. 你好，你介绍了吼，你快开始做，你上去按照指示是吧？一边来做，讲嘛挺好。
Is that the guy that's playing art?
Yeah, it's the same band, same material.
这张钱啊，咱买算盆栽是第一步，就是看这张树啊。这张树啊，伊的千夫心、甘心、金盘。 出奇点，这三项重点。
Okay, that's the first step. You need to think about when you purchase a ficus tree. Three things you need to think about: the main trunk, how it look like, the root style, and also the branch.
这张树啊，你看了后，看到这张树啊，甘心你会喜欢，金盘有法度克服，若无法度克服的。 就是无法度克服，若有法度克服啊，买倒来后面我再弥补，安尼这个金盘有法度好做，机会嘛有法度好做，但是就是甘心，伫找这个甘心。
But sometimes it's very difficult to find a good main trunk, root, and branches as a part. So you need to think about when you purchase that, you need to modify that, or you need to consider your capability. If you can modify that, that's fine, you purchase it. Otherwise, don't try to buy any kind of ficus you can modify as you wish. No way.
佫一点就是讲，咱即马都还未开始算偌久，即个基础拢毋知影。但是你着找即个机会的基点，这上重要。即个机会的基点就是甲咱人一个面共款，耳仔就是生伫耳仔的所在，鼻孔就是生伫鼻孔的所在。 喙就生伫喙所在，只有这个固定的这个公式，这生的位置，这正统的就是安尼。
For a beginner, it's very important you know the style, the shape, and the ear, the nose. It should be in the right place for a ficus tree.
你即马大家上细听，但是这张树啊，材你看是无啥，有足侪好做教材，做真侪种安尼吼。 所以讲，你这若拢做画了，工具箱啊，换来中来专家，恁认真看。短期间，我认真甲你讲，你莫这个心分水摆入去，认真看者，我认真甲你讲，啊，你认真做，这是上重要。头一步要出门，这是初步。初步若袂晓，你后壁就无法度做。这是上一种初步。
This material is not a perfect one, but for a material like this, you can work on that and using a variety of technique. Apply on it, so it's very good for beginner. So when you want to walk, the first step is very important. Now he's going to teach you the first step.
这是正统一根树啊，所以讲即马有这个机会，就是讲对正步正确的 传统的安尼落去做，正毋是像迄个曲弯的，也毋是迄个怪树，也毋是迄个蛇树，也毋是扫风树。这正统的就是一最标准，落做教材上点标准。你即款的这弯的树啊，你后壁嘛从即个款的方式落你即个布置即个画基的即个定位。
These fibers is so-called typical bonsai material. It's very straight. So you don't have the curve like that. You need to think about another thing. So that's the first one you should have for beginner.
安尼大家拢听有了解无吼？
Understand?
Which
若无了解，即马讲问吼，我搁第二段要搁落去吼，有无？
if he had a preference, so he had a number of trees to pick from, what would he pick? Would he pick a straighter tree or a tree that has some curves in the trunk?
I think you won't get an answer.
No? Let's see.
You will get everything. 你讲如果吼，你嘛遮有几丛树啊，有直树，有曲弯的，有迄落安尼断来的，你会选倒一丛树啊？
无种这是标准。
无来讲，你嘛米啊。
吼，我选直树，直树的材上少，结巴就有正，袂使安尼，袂使安尼。
So he would prefer a
He
straight.
prefers
Some
straight.
啊，上难找，上少。
It's very difficult to find a good straight tree like that.
一个树吼，这个根盘足水，上标准，根盘8公斤。
Most of the straight main trunk, you will have very good root at the same time. In general,
What is meant by ears and nose?
that mean the shape of the tree. You should have like you have a face
Like a face.
and you have a ear, you have nose, you have apex, and you should have a crown.
Everything arranged.
Everything.
Yeah.
So you sometimes you use a man to represent the bonsai tree,
I see.
and then you say stand like this, and sometimes
Yes.
you nearby like this, you don't like that, right? So it's the one symbolic language you use.
啊，
Oh, is that?
啊，这昨咱做有时间要我做，
帮帮你啊，
我无几点钟舞，
这样2点钟啊。
这人要做2点钟安尼，这样开始做2点钟安尼，有我一个时间。即摆今仔日这昨做的工课，拢是基础，足侪好做，教材足侪项的。我今日所有要做，就是甲你讲吼，买树仔头一步，这拢有伫即内底，这教材今仔拢即内底拢总有安尼吼，做足侪项的。那即丛树仔来买转来是开始咱来要做的时阵吼，即丛树仔你啊甲看，看即个选位，这第一支、第二支，啊写遮搭一个圆的，即个所在就是欠一支，这支嘛袂使咧加掉，这支就是要摕来补这支的。你详细看吼，我详细甲你解说。这个是后壁支，咱树仔就是前，过去讲前5支，后壁啊3支的后影，前啊7支，后壁啊5支的后影。
In general, when you consider bonsai tree, you need to consider first one, second branch, third, and fourth. And you also have to consider from the front view. If you have a 1, 2, 3 on the front view, you should have 2 on the back. If you have a 7, then you should have 5 on the back. So you have to consider the whole bonsai. 3 in the front, 2 behind you.
这个树仔，这个留这个机会吼，就爱甲这个比例落去累算。比例，这个树仔若较悬啦吼，你这个花啊留较大芳；树仔若较矮，这个花啊留较细芳。
It really depends on the height of the bonsai. So you consider which branch is the first one. If you have a higher, it's proportional to the first one should be a little bit higher. But you have a short guy, then the distance should be short.
头拄我咧讲吼，做头前5花，后壁3花，头前7花，后壁5花，这就是较标准大丛树仔。这较顺若讲，遮细丛的树仔，就是后边2花，头前2花，后壁1花。比如头前若5花，后壁会使咧3花，拢做后影。1花就是拢分开，顾2边，伊树干细枝，安尼后壁一支就会使。
And sometimes you have very tiny bonsai tree. You don't have to get 5 or 7. You only get 2 in the front, 1 behind. That's it.
伊个树影咧做起来，树仔才会圆。 仔哦，不要歪，小只。
So when you complete the branches, when you have foliage on that, then you will be like a round shape.
即摆这第一类，我这第一类先甲你讲吼，第一类出尾仔是即个所在，伊即丛树仔的比例啊，出尾就是画点的是即个所在。后这第一类、第二尾伫遮，啊第三尾伫即个所在。即个尾吼，后摆咱放较矮，吼，啊这尾仔老的，所以讲我昨在讲啊，做树仔尾老袂，较大尾就爱去掉，矮的较细尾就是爱留，就是即个所在。画点啊先选起来，这第一尾伫遮，第二尾、第三尾，吼，即个就是要留的。 啊，即摆这是较早我要照互恁看，吼，即就今仔教材真济。恁这详细看，这个是第一类，这个是第二类，
Number 1, number 2.
这个是后壁的深度位，啊，但是这个嘛是深度位。
So there will be 2 in the front and 2 behind. So you miss one of them, and you put mark on yellow tag. You are going to grab additional branch on the yellow tag.
即摆这个位，这个基点啊真正安尼吼，真正。但是这个位吼，啊出伫这个中，这个形规身的这个中出来吼。但是位你要做安尼，袂使咧做安尼后壁去，啊做安尼才有力，做安尼变安尼，做安尼来像分去实安尼，安尼才有力吼。啊这45度，袂使做安尼，安尼平平做歹看。啊做安尼。
And sometimes you have to consider the branch, the direction of the branch. And sometimes you need to go in the middle of the trunk, but they go toward forward. So you don't want the branch to go like this. Then the person will lay like this. And it's very feel strength, like you have hold something. And when you complete the airplane, when it fly like this. Get it up. Okay?
要做树仔迄个时阵吼，啊先看一个干身，啊看好食，了足正，啊莫安尼，啊莫安尼，啊莫安尼，啊莫安尼。好正正，这个干身这块，按这个所在看足正。即摆呢，小可歪歪有吼，就是这个树仔爱刷好。 安尼这个心有较正，这个甲这个柱这个柱是这个，安尼
That's
正。
apex. Now you can consider it's slightly different. It's a little bit here.
Can you ask why? Why did he do that? Why did he tip the tree? What is he's trying to bring something in position. What is he positioning when he did that?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
He moved he put the thing under, so he's moving the tree this way. What is it that he is adjusting the position of? The top of the tree? The first branch? What is he altering?
你这树仔嘛要行吼，你会使看这个树仔无行吼，你要甲树仔行，对是对倒位啊？对根盘，还是对主干？
你这个干身，干身，你若无物件吼，
So he wants the top,
No, the main trunk,
okay,
the whole thing.
should be right over the root. Can he draw it on the board? Can you show us what he's,
实话你讲吼，这丛树仔吼，你会使用这画互伊看看，正身的倒位啊？
即个无时间无这样子啦，即个就是对这个标准吼，我来甲你讲，正身就是安尼看。
is it possible?
你这个那in that
这个
time,
我
you
讲
Oh, no, not to draw the tree, just to, the position of the trunk.
这个重重安尼，这就是标准啊。这个我有一粒对仔袂记咧炸，
Okay,
吼，
you,
这对仔标准吼，这个干身的中心，甲这个柱的中心，
if you measure the apex and the
这
main
这个
trunk,
干身的中心，甲这个树仔柱的中心，树仔柱的这头这个中心，这个要正，要看咧正，啊你安尼来看就知有正无正。 有正无正，你著啊！你搁正，若是无法度好看，看咱个壁，厝个壁面，你这种树仔吼，可能讲，就是上简单。
你买比喻出
但是你用这个地样个物件吼，这个正，你做迄个这个干身，你甲看这个，你甲这个无正，真有正无正，你看这个。
Now you can find anything in the garage or whatever, as long as it's straight. You put it behind, then there should be a line on the straight thing.
你 你这个干心吼，甲摊去红红伊条安尼，啊伊迄就是有正，安尼有正你甲看有正无正，你若安尼看条就是安尼有正无？
Yeah.
安尼有正无？看条啊，标准来看。
The apex then should be over the main trunk,
Mhm.
even if the trunk is curly.
Right.
Even
But
or
sometimes you
maybe
have
the
the apex is like this,
Yeah.
go like that. Then there should be from the apex to the main trunk, the center of main trunk should be
balanced over.
这是真重要吼，所以讲你做看若有正，你即马做的这个机会才袂安尼弯弯。即马吼，这当树仔爬来的时阵，要布置这个时阵吼，你着先看讲，即当树仔要倒就要做头，即个关树冠。即马我的选择吼，就是要对这做树冠，树冠要做一支哦。
The next thing you need to consider is the trunk and apex you want to keep.
这支要做树冠，这支较早我吼做好吼，这支还佫掠安尼起来，啊这支嘛歪，这支嘛歪，这支大支也嘛歪。
So what do you guys think about? 你安尼讲，因有的后壁看无，
应该有啊，详细看。
因有的所在你即摆还规堆吼，看无，所以你甲加加会使讲。
即个就是讲要选择真，要做正经，就是爱选择话大起来，啊你才有法度来加。
伊真侪拢毋捌学过，所以你即摆就甲加吼，你先看有。
啊，我即摆吼，恁大家有看有详细啦吼，我做红的这就是拢要留的，无做的就是拢要加掉。啊，这个就是要亮的，再欠一位，这个欠一位要亮的。
Okay, the red tab you want to keep, the yellow you want to grab. You mark already.
啊，做白白这就是这个尾伤长，出尾无尾，所以啊，这要弄接的，这有大白白这拢要弄接的吼。所以讲，这人树仔教材足多，吼，这拢要弄接。啊，我即摆来教恁看好无？大家都是无详细吼，这我摕起来讲安尼吼，我再要详细甲恁说明。
While it's cutting, I would suggest you go forward because sometimes the
恁即摆大家拢过来好无？大家拢过来遮看，吼，我来遮看较有看吼。大家拢过来，不要紧。
while
即
you
摆
do
这红的这就是拢袂使
yourself.
咧加，啊，像这种要加掉吼，对第一位开始加起吼，这个换，这个换，啊，这位会使留咧做油皮，我要你也要量嘛，会使咧量吼。即摆这个位已经拢毋免也要加掉吼。哦，这来加安尼。
We cut some unwanted branch, but think about that. Some of the unwanted branch, if you can do some graft,
这
don't
支要
cut
留
it
做，这支就是要
at
留。
the beginning, so you can use it.
Dạ, 这位先啊袂加，袂用加，无拢袂用留要加掉，这就是头前，这咱的面哦袂使炸哩，所以讲这位拢要加掉。
Get some of the branch to go forward, it will hide the main branch, so you need to cut it.
He selects the branches to keep them by their position, not by whether their thickness.
Right. That is most important, not for the thickness.
The position.
This one, he didn't want, but he want to keep that to graft here. And so-called in arch graft.
这个要记这个款的树仔尾吼，对遮先记者。
When you use a saw, you cut about 1/3 to half. On the top.
By the way, just to tell you, this morning he spent some time sharpening all his tools.
Very awesome.
过来，这位嘛我，是，来，这个我甲来我甲解释一下。
你讲你讲。
谁啊掠这位，歪这位较正，这位安尼起来就好，这位来歪留这位，因为这位就是这个基点伤悬，留起来，这个做起来四面迄个周围基点有够，这支较水，这支较济位，所以讲这支拔倒起来才有够。是啊，应该就留这支较低啦，我是留这支弯弯的，这支弯弯的基点有遮济点，啊，这支才单单才重吼。我 佫受老番，伊即个基点甲即个基点伤长，即个受关的所在基点啊较慢，就知影较长。这
Now it's
是
very difficult to consider which one should be the apex and crown. And you can see there's a very straight coming up. He doesn't want this one. Does anyone know why? You want to use this one instead of apex.
大家了解这个意思无吼？这个是啊，来去选这支，就是这支较水啊，这个基点来做起来就拢都无欠位啊，啊，咱这伤长。
The two points he raised. First one, this one you only have a few branch. And the second thing, the distance between the branch is longer for this one. So he's going to use this one instead of this. Otherwise, that one will be straight up.
If the straight up one had the branches positioned properly, that's the one he would want then.
Right, but that one is a little bit here, but you can bend it over.
即摆即个外吼，搁甲提掉，这支有做后，这支甲这支平平，这支袂使来留。吼
You cut that one because you
这支甲这支搁平平，这支嘛袂使来留。这支嘛袂使来留，这支甲这支搁平平。 这支嘛袂用留，这支甲这支搁对平，这两支对平。吼，安尼拢无对平所在无？
So you cut all of them at the same level when you hold it up.
即摆这两支还搁高。
Trees that I have.
啊，大家看有详细无？大家即嘛讲有啥物问题，即嘛来问吼，啊，我是甲恁答。
你繼續做，你繼續做，你又驚佢問我哋應該點問，冇啲時間嚟。
即嘛即个加了吼，大脑切一个切口。即个切口吼，啊切落平。
Yeah, when you have a cut, you need to smooth the surface of the cut. Then the skin will heal over it. And sometimes it's a good idea when you did something, you have a better use of your hand to touch the surface.
对了，叫你用这个物件来去泼水来互。
Can I have a glass of water? No, they're just for rinse to.
Yep.
And you can touch the surface like that, you can feel the curve of the surface.
It's more attractive too.
And later on it's going to crack, so you had better try to crack it, and you can feel the tightness of the joint. When we talked yesterday, you have the donor and host branch. When you insert the donor to host, you have to be able to tell how tight it should be. It's very skillful, but when you see whatever he's doing is so easy, but when you try the first time, you get trouble.
Never as easy as it looks.
你这边食水有要我的，
What I you call it come?
This is vodka, is that okay?
这青奥啉吼，安尼多这个多，无啉大咧做
Can we have a Sprite instead of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should move that. Like this.
It's good shit, man.
Do you want to smooth those off and round it to the trunk, is that in there? Yeah.
So when it heals nice. Not with a pump. Master Chang do this with all trees, not just ficus? Same treatment?
Yeah, any kind of tropic tree.
Okay. How about pines? Will you do that with a pine?
Yes,
Yes.
not juniper. It's allergic to juniper.
I'm surprised there isn't. Oh, that's good. Have you on gloves? Some gloves?
Probably he can guide you to do that.
Does he break out in rash? Does he break out in rash?
What?
Does he break out in a
氣
rash?
候問題咧，
From the
真係
juniper.
大嘅。
You know,
Juniper.
skin,
Mhm.
does he break out? I mean, does it
No.
affect his hands?
No. I don't know why, but he just can. Sometimes he touch the juniper and he gets allergy on that.
Right, on the hands.
Mhm.
I do too.
Is that right?
Same thing.
That's gonna be the
Now he's applying a cup pass to have
Oh, okay.
the cup top.
Mhm.
Vodka works good too.
That's how you get, oh, you get
One for you, one for the tree. One for you, one for the tree.
Okay, so is that what helps it stick then, is putting water on? Because I've had trouble getting it to stick.
No, it sticks, the problem is it sticks to your finger
Yeah.
That's why
more than the tree.
我幫你用出嚟講。
特別黏掉咧，唔會黏掉咧。
Yeah.
Oh, you want your finger wet so it doesn't stick to your finger?
你可黏黏喎，黏到手
No,
上。
it's the,
Otherwise it tends to pull back off.
Because I've had trouble getting it to stick to the wood.
Yeah, you use the water to rinse. It's easy to take off. Otherwise, you will stick on your finger.
Okay.
That's why it's not sticking to the tree, because it's attached to your.
your finger.
That's it, that's it probably, yeah.
could you ask Master Chang to tell us about, yesterday he was talking about when there's a branch, if you have multiple scars,
Mm-hmm.
that there's some consideration about having a lot of big cuts on one area of a branch. Can you
Mhm.
comment on that?
阿爸伊講吼，有當時啊，一個迄款的，一支迄個旗啊，頂頭迄個分旗吼，頂頭有足濟迄款的迄個疤痕吼，就是你即擺你加迄個吼，足濟迄個要緊。
疤痕，算更加這個疤痕了。有時較歹看啦，美觀的關係啊。啊，你就是愛有包過，包過就袂甲你扣分啦，無包過就甲你扣分。
Yeah, as long as the scalp is here over, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's ugly. You have some of them, it's not regular shape,
Mm-hmm.
so doesn't look good. You like that, it's all right.
交病即本來起一起條的，本來起一起條。
Now he's cutting that part because you have 3 branch coming out from that point. So he cut one of them now. And that part will give you a lump like a bump. So you have to cut it. So it's 1, 2, 3. So that part. 伊后壁位咱无加，
即位老咧咧做遐个位，
伊
即位
这样
即位爱做高头位，后壁爱深头位。即个吼平话来讲，即个家庭吼，留即个伤理想。即摆即位吼，留咧做上多位，像我来调这个位互恁看，调面顶这个位互恁看，啊，较头发这吼，要搁接互恁看。
He's going to wire and you'll find the shape of the tree.
安尼好啦吼。要调这后路面线，就是大尾爱用大条，细尾用细条，这爱分工吼。你弹起来，迄个后路面线有法度控制这树仔尾弹伫迄个所在，袂搁翻掉去安尼吼。你看迄个伊个力，偌大几度有偌济力，这个上真重要。
Wiring technique is really depend on the branch, the diameter of the branch. The larger you use a larger aluminum wire, the smaller you use smaller. 即位吼，草仔遮大条才会控制，草仔哎安尼，较大条一丝啊，佫有要紧安尼。这个是干，较大条一丝啊，无要紧安尼，较少就控制会过。即摆咧单连线吼， Yeah, from his experience, that this branch you use about this size.
即摆这单连线就是安尼，一啊单咧三，啊二啊单咧四。
Yeah, for branches, if you have
即
four
摆要对
branches,
开始对即位单
then you
起，
start from 1, 3, and 2, 4.
这四位
All
无爱
them
单，
together.
这四位无爱单，即摆对即个开始单起。即位吼嘛无要留，即位这毋是咧互恁看尔，伊嘛无要留。即摆对即个开始单起安尼吼，第一位就爱单起第三位，第三位即位，啊，第三位即位吼，第一位单咧第三位，啊第二位再单咧第四位安尼。
Okay, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if you wire 1 and 3. You wire them together.
即位树仔尾吼，即摆单吼，啊单到即边方向过来，啊单安尼过来，再走伫面呢，吼。所以讲这爱去注意一点，即种对即个单，啊伊着这树仔尾有死去啊吼，剩一尾尔，无要紧，咱嘛再爱单起来。这单起来吼，像这大尾就是单较大枝的所在，细枝的这才搁用细尾单吼，即摆是单一个基础尔。 安尼弹，啊你若要倒过来吼，爱这边倒过，啊若要倒过就这边倒过。
It
要去后壁吼，要去后壁就是要对这边弹倒过，啊若要来头前就一底下骹弹倒过来。
If you want the branch go toward you, you wire anti-clockwise. If you want to go to the other direction, you do the other way.
这根线要弹45度，这水线才会流掉的。这45度吼，树仔才袂去伤害到
You
迄
wire
水线。
that you 45 degree in between. But for that kind of branch, you have a thicker and thinner branch at the end. So what you can do, you use a thicker wire for the main part.
这第
And
二位
then for the end,
咱
you
着
need to use a smaller.
You notice the small loops of wire?
Yeah.
He gets, he buys it just like we do, in the big loops, and then he sits there and he winds the thing on these smaller ones. And yesterday when we were wiring, it becomes obvious why that's nice when you're trying to either hang on to a big loop and swing it around the tree, or have 3 feet of wire sticking off, and you're swinging it and it's going everywhere, and you can't. This he can tension that thing really, really well by having it tight in his fist. It's a really excellent little technique. I've never seen any.
Guess on how much to cut off and end up wasting.
Yeah, you don't waste, you don't waste.
And that's a really good point, because you don't wind up throwing away $4 worth of wire.
Have to complete the work.
Especially at
The whole piece.
$28 a roll now.
Yeah.
Isn't that outrageous? What's aluminum go for, bulk aluminum?
They can't hardly give it away.
A pound. I mean, it's like, what, $2? Less. You're paying 15 times that to have it put in the wire. Yeah, $2 a pound for aluminum. They charge you $30.
啊，那就是单倒过。
$1 a kilo.
啊，即马要倒转来，就是单倒过来。哦，这有诶吼，或者是做一个习惯，互恁看，就是要单倒过来。
Because that one is want to go to that direction, so you hope like clockwise,
Of course, that assumes you know which way you want the branch to go.
assume.
Yeah.
It's a
Right?
big assumption for some of us.
Yeah, it's like,
哎，拢无甲问到什么问题。
I'll wire it and think about it later.
In-
Where you wire it,
Yeah, we don't
and
see
the teacher comes by and flips it out.
you go like,
嘛，现在问伊个接力甲你问，嘛因无了解伊会甲你问。
Would you say that again, clockwise towards you and anti-clockwise as you go
And
away
clockwise
Away.
away from you,
from you and
and anti-clockwise toward you. 爸爸，你说的时阵是向你的时阵是正转，
这样拢无咧，即马这是袂行，所以我无法度。
无啊，你向你的时阵，伊即摆咧问讲向你的时阵是倒顶转，
这个呀，
无你即摆定定向你，你拄仔咧讲你向倒去，
我这边面，
无人会讲你这写的是伊个顺这时
无
钟。
这样这个面，咱抓头前摆抓这个面。
无伊讲你这要摕倒一边吼，
哎，
这写这边
哦，
是要向，这个是要向倒去，向你的，
即摆向我，对下骹倒起来，向我。
你下骹倒起来，
哎呀，安尼向我。
向你。
你看，这对下骹倒来，安尼就是，安尼再，安尼会按啊，啊你安尼倒过就连去啊。
啊嘛要向你边。
向那边就是要倒过，颠倒边。
Okay, clockwise toward you. Clockwise
Towards you.
toward.
Towards you, okay. Towards you.
I'm trying to bring the thing towards me.
Mhm.
Then the first loop pushes
这边是
me.
正面的，
If I'm pushing
Yeah.
away, the first loop
Ah,
is
zero.
here.
是吧？主要
Would
变
it
成
be
正
true
面。
Is that
that
his French?
if you want it towards you, the first loop goes under the bridge?
Don't be that under, think on which side it's on. You're bringing it forward or back.
这定是这样，是吧？
To bring it forward, you want the wire behind,
Behind, right, that's true.
okay? Because then that first
May
loop,
want
the
to-
first loop is the
Ah,
only thing that's gonna be different than two ways you
我
wire.
也无谁讲无。
Where's the
有啊，
first
听
loop?
到个吗
Is it behind the branch or is it in front
So
of
you
the
want
branch?
the wire pushing
Can I
towards you.
have a turntable? It won't turn very well.
不会快啦，这个不会说。
Did anybody bring a turntable?
I've got a small one. It's not very good.
Does it turn?
A little bit.
This works when you have a heavy tree, a light tree doesn't work. Let me see if I've got one.
I can run out to my car here.
Now he marked a big red here as the front.
这个吼，这个要来这支柱吼，这让人低调。
差不多，
嘿，这支大机即摆先压起来才有力。
那边很高。你其实是做大机啊，是安尼啊？
无这个柱要了正个，啊一条圆线接起来才有力。
这条用啥会使啊？
无乱是啦，这支机无线先起来，无线起来才有力。
Do you work on these?
这个来这个就是新。
He's working on the iPad. That's okay.
I didn't know. You videotaping that?
Thanks.
I know.
To make up another slideshow. To make a slideshow.
That's a part of my job. I'm called a moderation.
像这个电脑啊吼，这样先甲调一个调好，咱袂咯，到尾才调会起来。
Yeah, when you bend the airbags, and sometimes it's very rigid, so you need to do something like a massage. You need
Yes.
to back and forth gradually. You're not going to.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will turn better.
好吧，你这把你换一个，完了。
哦
No guarantees.
Much better.
That's right. The other one I lubricate with sand.
You see when you bend something too rigid, so you can bend it immediately. So you do kind of a massage. That's a similar thing to do the enlarged graph. Sometimes you want to turn wrong like that,
Yes.
so you do like a massage.
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 Very lot.
The other thing that I've watched him do is he'll apply the wire and he'll make a very small bend in the branch or trunk. And then later he'll come back and bend it a little bit more. So he'll fiddle around, work on something else, and then so he moves it gradually over a period of time, not like we do, which is grab it, snap.
If that doesn't work, a pry bar.
But he always puts on the right amount of wire. I've never watched him put anything on where he comes back and puts another wire on because it wasn't enough.
Wasn't long enough, right?
I think he's done this before.
I notice one thing when you walk on the tree, even if something you take, but you
Always watch.
always watch the tree. In fact, if you're thinking about whatever.
Because sometimes it moves away from you. If you don't watch.
It's carefully.
Make a break. almost every time he wires, he will wire 2 things with 1 branch. I mean, 2 branches with 1 wire, excuse me.
I think that both of them hold.
Saves on wire and it.
And it holds. I was trying to do that when I was wiring yesterday. I was running into all sorts of trouble. Couldn't figure out where I could run it. I could get 1 branch, but I couldn't find the other one to wire to.
And that way you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do 1, 3, 2, 4 all the time.
But then he would show me 5 branches.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, uh-oh. No, I think we're in trouble here somewhere. But using advanced mathematics, you know you're in trouble.
阿爸嘛132吼，他嘛
One of
有
them
机
gets
啊。
wired twice.
无机哦烂掉，你若要搁有较一支，若要讲有8支啊，你1、3啊2烂去5，烂5我卖弹搁弹6个，啊留5，啊只要6个吼，去弹去迄个8。
阿爸敢若5支徛机的。
徛机你着对外围先弹1支来落落去，啊无手再2支落去弹倒啦。
Okay. What they say if you have a 4 branch, then you do 1, 3, 2, 4. If you have 5, then you do 1, 3, 2, 5 or 2, 4. You leave 1, and you need to use a longer wire. You find another one from the other branch. And go number 5 or number 6. Got it?
Yes, I tried, but it's not as easy as it
徛
sounds.
徛对徛，双对双的，你才弹得出来，我弹不出来。
Sometimes you have to cross a wire even if it's bad form.
I usually cross them just to irritate my friends who like to point out that your wire is crossed.
Think about it when you have a big boundary like that big, you have the first, second, third, fourth, and 5 generation peak. You are going to wire from primary, secondary to the 5th generation branch.
Wire every branch.
You have to wire every branch.
Yeah, every branch.
How long does it, how long do you keep the wire on? How long will it take before it holds?
爸爸你要安尼单底沿线吼，长时间在透。
电源就用打，电源就差不多吼。这树仔拢小可会食一个
Okay, as long as it fits its right position, then you can take it out. But it's quite difficult to tell. And the other indication is when the wire itching to the surface, then you have to take it. No matter what.
Is this the first, second, or third generation branches? Which generation of branches are we doing here?
阿爸，你即摆你这算1台机、2台机吼，目前你来看起来，这安尼差不多几台机啊？
这边1台机尔，拢1台机，啊2台机这也算2台机啊。这是1台机，这是2台机啊。
无3台机出来吼。
3台机就是即摆搁再这机搁做变化，就才算3台机啊。
Right now you can see the first generation, and probably some of them you have the second generation. That's all. You need to cut off them, then later on you're going up third generation coming.
So this is all first and second generation?
First and second.
In the United States, it's pretty, it's almost highly unusual that you would ever find a piece that has more than 2nd generation branches. Because we just don't have people working on trees to sell. What you're getting what you're getting basically is from a nursery that is growing for foliage. So all they've done is they've grown something up and then they've sheared it. So at most you'd have 1 branch and then a branch on that. Here at first and then a second, and that's it. You'd never, unless you're lucky enough to find somebody that'll sell you a tree that they've been working on for 15 years, and then you might find 3rd and 4th and 5th, but it's pretty unusual. In Taiwan, they have how many? 100 professional